Get off my property, old man. This parking lot is no place for vagrants and troublemakers. Officer Blake Sterling snarled, his aggressive voice shattering the calm of Saturday afternoon at Sterling Plaza Supermarket. Without a moment's warning, Sterling's fist brutally slammed into the elderly man's face. The frail, stooped black man, Mr. Elijah Vance, reeled, lost his footing, and collapsed onto the gritty asphalt. His face, etched with a lifetime of kindness, twisted with sudden pain and profound humiliation. His grocery bag tore, its contents scattering. Officer Sterling, badge gleaming, stood over him, face flushed with fury, contempt in his eyes. "Don't lie there, old man. Get up and get out now. Last warning, or I'll drag you to the precinct for disorderly conduct." How could an officer so viciously assault a defenseless 70-year-old in broad daylight? Who was this victim, and would justice prevail? Mr. Elijah Vance was the beloved father of Mayor David Vance of Northwood, a man of quiet dignity. Mr. Elijah was a retired civil rights advocate who had tirelessly fought for equality. He loved his simple life, his son, and his grandchildren. On this Saturday, he'd driven his old car to the supermarket. Dressed simply, he was unassuming. His elderly pace led him to inadvertently cross paths with Officer Sterling's patrol car. Officer Blake Sterling, around 38, was a Northwood patrolman with a history of excessive force and deep-seated racism, especially towards elderly black individuals. He often patrolled parking lots, viewing them as easy targets for bullying. Perhaps personal stress fueled his irritability, making Mr. Elijah his unfortunate target. The encounter was sudden. Sterling saw Mr. Elijah and, fueled by prejudice, assumed he was causing trouble. He aggressively blocked Mr. Elijah's path. "Hey, old man, get out of this parking lot now." His words were crude and racist. Mr. Elijah, startled but composed, calmly explained he was just leaving after shopping. Yet, beneath his calm exterior simmered a quiet fire. He had never yielded to injustice. Sterling's offensive words ignited his pride. "Officer, I am a senior citizen," Mr. Elijah stated, his voice steady and clear. "I have every right to walk freely here. I've done nothing wrong. Your treatment is disrespectful, unprofessional, and beneath your uniform." Mr. Elijah's dignified words wounded Sterling's fragile ego. He felt humiliated by an ordinary old black man. His anger erupted. "You dare lecture me, you old fool?" Sterling roared, face crimson, eyes blazing with hatred. "Let me show you the cost of disrespect." Losing control, Sterling swung, delivering a brutal punch to Mr. Elijah Vance's face. Mr. Elijah, frail, fell face down. His grocery bag flew, contents scattering. Bystanders watched in horror, but fear of the uniform kept them from intervening. Sterling stood triumphant. "Don't lie there, old man. Get up and get out, or I'll have you arrested," he snarled. Mr. Elijah, bruised and cut, slowly, painfully pushed himself up. He felt the humiliation and profound injustice. His eyes burned with anger. He knew he couldn't fight. He needed a strategic solution to expose Sterling. "All right, Officer Sterling," Mr. Elijah said, voice weak but clear. "I'll stand up, but first, will you allow me to make one phone call? Just one. Then you can do whatever you wish." Sterling sneered, confident no one could touch him. "A phone call? Go ahead. Call the precinct. Call the governor. See who dares interfere." He chuckled, agreeing out of arrogance. Mr. Elijah pulled out his old flip phone and dialed Davy. He put on speaker. Almost instantly, a deep, energetic voice answered. "Dad, is it you? What's going on? I thought you were at the supermarket." Sterling stiffened at Dad and Davy. A vague unease crept in. Mr. Elijah replied, voice strained, "Hello, Davy. I'm having a little trouble in the Sterling Plaza parking lot on Main Street. There's an officer named Sterling, badge 417. He just beat me up." Davy's voice instantly changed, becoming intensely serious and filled with unconcealed rage. "Father, for God's sake, are you all right? That's Sterling. He dared to lay a hand on you. Chief Maxwell, and I will be there immediately. Stay on the line. Don't hang up." Sterling heard every furious, authoritative syllable. Dad, Davy, that authoritative voice. A terrifying truth slammed into his mind. Mr. Elijah, eyes sharp on Sterling, spoke into the phone. Davy, Officer Sterling stopped me for no reason, called me a black vagrant, and when I calmly tried to explain, he flew into a rage, punched me, and knocked me down. I'm on Main Street. You and Chief Maxwell need to come here now. This cannot be overlooked. Davy's voice roared. He's a monster. Inhuman. Dad, stay on the line. Chief Maxwell and I are on our way. I'll make sure that son of a... Officer Blake, Sterling stood frozen, face ashen. Davy, Mayor, that authoritative voice. He looked at the old black man in horror, stammering, Mr. Who were you talking to, sir? Mr. Elijah looked into Sterling's now fear-filled eyes. He offered a sad, dignified smile. Davy, he said, voice chillingly calm. He is the mayor of Northwood, Officer Sterling. Mayor David Vance. He is my only son. Sterling utterly collapsed, all strength drained. He dropped his gun and fell to his knees, clinging to Mr. Elijah's legs, weeping hysterically, begging for mercy. Please, please, sir. Mayor's father. I truly didn't know. I was stupid. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Don't tell the mayor. Don't ruin my life. I have a family relying on me. Mr. Elijah coldly pushed Sterling's desperate hand away. These belated pleas held no value. The crime was committed in under 10 minutes. 2 black government SUVs, lights flashing and sirens wailing, screeched to a halt. Mayor David Vance and Police Chief Maxwell, faces grim with rage, stormed out. They saw their father, Mr. Elijah Vance, dignified but soiled and bruised, and Officer Sterling sobbing on the ground. Neither the mayor nor Chief Maxwell could contain their fury. Sterling, you bastard. You are a disgrace to the police service. Do you know who you just dared to touch? You imbecile. Mayor Vance roared, his voice raw with pain. That was my father, Mr. Elijah Vance, a man who fought tirelessly for the rights you think you can deny others. Chief Maxwell's face was pale with shame. He knew this would be a monumental scandal. He strode to Sterling, his voice dripping with contempt. Sterling, you have crossed an unforgivable line. You have disgraced our entire police force. You are no longer fit to wear this sacred uniform. You are an indelible stain on our department. Despite the ordeal, Mr. Elijah Vance maintained his composure. He slowly and deliberately recounted the entire incident to Mayor Vance and Chief Maxwell, clearly and distinctly, from Sterling's racist insults and abuse of power to the violent punch. Officer Blake Sterling's hand shook as he pulled over the elderly black man in the Sterling Plaza parking lot. The man, calm and dignified, identified himself as Mr. Elijah. But Sterling, consumed by prejudice, didn't care. He barked orders, insulted him as a black vagrant, and struck him when Elijah tried to explain himself. Bruised but composed, Mr. Elijah reached for his phone. Hello, Davy, he said, voice tight with pain. I'm at Sterling Plaza. Officer Sterling, badge for 117, just assaulted me. Sterling stiffened. Davy, he echoed, growing uneasy. The voice on the phone roared with fury. Father, are you all right? He hit you. I'm coming with Chief Maxwell right now. Don't hang up. Sterling's face went pale. He recognized that voice, an authoritative voice he'd heard on television. Fear clutched his chest. Mr. Elijah's eyes locked onto Sterling's. That was my son, he said quietly. Mayor David Vance. Sterling collapsed, dropping his gun. Please. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Don't tell the mayor. My family, please. But Elijah remained cold. You knew what you were doing. That's what matters. Within minutes, 2 black SUVs screeched into the lot. Mayor Vance and Chief Maxwell emerged, rage etched into their faces. They saw Mr. Elijah bruised, yet dignified, and Sterling begging on his knees. Sterling, the mayor bellowed. Do you know who you laid hands on? That's my father, a man who's done more for this community than you ever will. Chief Maxwell's voice dripped with contempt. You're finished. You're a stain on this badge. Mr. Elijah, still calm despite his pain, recounted the abuse in full detail. "I don't ask for favors," he said. "I ask for justice, transparent, fair, and according to the law. No citizen should suffer like I did because of the color of their skin." Moved by the clarity and strength of Elijah's words, Chief Maxwell ordered Sterling disarmed and handcuffed in front of the growing crowd. Sterling no longer resisted. Tears and snot ran down his pale face. He knew his career was over. Justice was beginning to be served.